Let's talk about how to protect your career from the damaging effects of negative references and what legal remedies are available when things cross the line into unlawful conduct. First, it's important to understand the difference between a bad reference and a legally actionable one. Former employers generally have the right to provide truthful, factual information about your performance or reason for departure. However, when a reference contains false information, malicious statements, or misleading omissions with the intent to harm your prospects, it may rise to the level of defamation or retaliation, and that's when legal action becomes a valid path. So what are the signs that a negative reference may be violating your rights? Red flags include a sudden drop-off in interviews or job offers after promising starts, a hiring manager hinting at issues from a prior employer, direct feedback that something concerning was said in a reference check, knowing your previous employer has a personal grudge or history of retaliation. If you suspect you're being targeted by a negative reference, here's what you should do. Step 1, verify the reference. Reach out to the prospective employer politely and professionally and ask if anything came up in the reference check that may have raised concerns. While not all employers will disclose details, some may give you a general idea of what was said. You can also hire a third-party reference checking service. These companies can pose as potential employers and document what your former employer is saying. This evidence can be incredibly valuable if you choose to take further action. Step 2, know your rights. In California and many other states, defamation laws protect individuals from false statements that harm their reputation. If your former employer provides a reference that is knowingly false or recklessly inaccurate, and that statement harms your job prospects, you may have a valid legal claim. Also, if you were involved in a complaint, whistleblowing, or other protected activity before leaving your job, and the negative reference appears to be retaliatory, you could be protected under state or federal labor laws that prohibit retaliation. Step 3, take control of the narrative. While you assess your options, be proactive with your job search. Prepare a strong list of alternative references. Colleagues, former supervisors, clients, or mentors who can speak positively and credibly about your performance. You can also address potential concerns head-on in interviews by professionally explaining why you left a previous role, especially if the situation was difficult. Step 4, send a cease and desist letter if necessary. If you've confirmed that your former employer is giving false or malicious references, an employment attorney can draft a cease and desist letter on your behalf. This letter puts the employer on legal notice to stop the behavior immediately and warns of potential legal action if it continues. Often, this step alone is enough to put an end to damaging references, especially when they know you're prepared to defend your rights. Step 5, pursue legal action when appropriate. If the damage is ongoing or significant, for example, if you've lost multiple job opportunities, experienced a drop in income, or suffered reputational harm, you may be able to file a defamation or retaliation lawsuit. Successful claims can lead to compensation for lost earnings, emotional distress, and even punitive damages in serious cases. But more importantly, it gives you the opportunity to clear your name and protect your future. At Employee Law Group, we've worked with individuals across many industries who were unfairly targeted by former employers. Our team understands the legal and emotional weight of these cases, and we're here to help you navigate every step, from investigation to resolution. In conclusion, negative references can cause real harm, but they are not untouchable. By recognizing the signs early, gathering evidence, and asserting your legal rights, you can take control of your career narrative and secure the future you've worked so hard for. Thank you for watching. If you suspect that a negative reference is affecting your job prospects, don't wait. Contact the employee law group for a confidential consultation. We're here to advocate for your reputation and your right to move forward with confidence.